Death Valley Days.
Of the three principal people involved in this story, two were famous. General Lew Wallace, at that time governor of the territory of New Mexico, and Dr. Henry Hoyt, then a frontier doctor, but later a famous Army surgeon who won a presidential citation and the Silver Star. But the hero of the story, a man you probably never heard of, was a prospector named Jesse Martin. It was Jesse in 1878 in the tiny town of Las Placitas, New Mexico, who discovered the gold mine on Main Street.
Martin, you take that Juliet and go back to the hills where you belong.
Ah, now, Danita, is that any way to greet your lover, your future husband?
I don't want a lover or a future husband. I see you once every 3 months. Now go away.
How about a lover who's rich, who's found his gold mine?
Let's see the gold.
Ah, now, Danita, you don't love me just because I'm rich, do you? This is me, Jesse.
Let's see the gold.
Be glad to show you. Except I figure it ain't safe carrying all that gold. But I found it, Danita. I did. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy a beautiful silver comb for your hair and what else do you want? I tell you what, I'll come in and sit down on the couch and we'll talk about it.
When was the last time you took a bath?
A what?
Yes, you and Juliet better go down the river before you come in here. I'll go get you some soap.
We found a gold mine, did we? We're your new partners, Jesse. You gonna talk now or afterwards?
There is no gold mine.
Afterwards, huh?
Careful with that. I've had it for a long time.
Sure you have, huh, boys?
Kill Jesse.
Where?
In front of my house.
Well, get the sheriff, Danita. Hurry!
When you had enough, just talk.
You'll be all right, Danita. You took a bad beating, though.
Oh, poor darling.
You rode off as I came up.
They didn't find out a thing. Nothing.
Did you know him, Jesse?
I'll know him next time.
Could be too late. They'll find you by your mine and kill you for it. So talk of gold and bad hombres come in.
They won't take my mine. Not a chance. Wait till I show you where it's gonna be. I'll show you where the gold is.
You can't go now, Jesse. You're hurt. Let's go in the house.
Let me show you where the mine is.
How far is it?
Not far. Not far at all.
In the center of Main Street?
Gold is where you find it, Sheriff. I searched all them hills and I found gold right here in Las Placitas.
No, Jesse, you took a pretty good beating about the head. How could you possibly know that there's gold here?
Because of the signs, Doc. Signs I should have seen a long time ago. You see that red streak? You see it? The red earth, you see? Well, that's a sure sign of gold. I learned that in Colorado. You just dig straight down, you hit pay dirt.
That red streak's always been there.
So's the gold. Sheriff, I'm a partner of the governor. Would General Wallace trust me if I didn't know about gold?
General Lew Wallace?
Just read that. You tell him, Dr. Hoyt.
I wouldn't know anything about that, Jesse.
You read this, Dr. Hoyt.
Yes, sir. I walked in to see the governor, and right off he knew I was a prospector he wanted. So he talked me into taking his money.
It's a grub stake agreement, all right, with General Lew Wallace. He'd own part of the mine.
So would you, Doc. For helping me, you get a third. When you make your regular rounds of town next month, you get your first gold.
Yeah, but sink a mine in the center of Main Street?
Why not, Sheriff? Why? Think of what it would do. The whole town would work at the mine. You'd be foreman. $1 cash every day.
$1 cash?
Sure. I got some of the grub steak left. This didn't help the tone much, but nobody seemed to notice. Man, that sure was a safe place. There you are, Sheriff. Your first day's salary in advance.
Well, like you say, why not? Why can't we have a mine in the center of Main Street? We're not using it for anything else. Hmm? Got another wagon load of ore ready to go, Mr. Martin.
Thanks, Manuelo. I'll run it in tomorrow. Oh, put a couple of extra men on guard tonight, will you?
No, don't you worry about that, Mr. Martin. I'll take care of the guarding. You know, for a man with such a rich mind, you sure don't spend much time here.
Well, that's what I've got you for, Manuelo. Anyway, us rich folks like to spend our time hunting. You like that game I bring in, don't you?
Oh, sure. Don't get the wrong idea, Mr. Martin. I'm not objecting to anything. I never saw so many happy folks in this town. You know, Mr. Martin, at first these folks didn't know much about mining. But they sure caught on fast, didn't they? Yeah, they sure did.
Well, now, I was wondering when you'd be coming around here. Ain't that the same genuine silver comb I seen you wearing yesterday?
Yes, it is. Please don't buy me any more.
De nada.
Oh, your guitar.
Oh, that looks good. Thank you. Like to hear a number?
Not especially.
Well, maybe after we get married, you'll learn to like music.
I could learn to like music.
Don't get snippy with me, young lady. When are we going to set a date for the wedding?
I already have.
You have? When?
2 weeks from tomorrow. It's a lucky day.
Hey, tremendo, Danita! You're beautiful.
Don't let me interrupt anything.
Nothing interrupts this. Doc, I've got something for you.
By the way, congratulations, I overheard.
Oh, thanks. Isn't that great? Well, you see this. Here it is, Doc. First dividend for the mine. Not much there yet, but there's a lot more where that came from.
What do you know? Then it's really true, isn't it?
Of course it's true.
Well, I'll have to get General Wallace here to see this. How would you like the General here for your wedding?
Oh, we'd love it.
We sure would, Doc.
Okay. The mine and Mr. Martin are that way, friends.
Hello, Henry.
Welcome to Gold Rush Country, General Wallace.
Thank you. You know, in all the grub staking I've done, this is the first one that's ever paid off. If it does.
Oh, there's no question about it. Come and see for yourself.
Good.
Willie, take the General's bags over to the hotel.
Yes, sir. It was this German scientist in Colorado first told me about this modern way of mining. Mighty smart fella.
Any more red dirt around here?
Nope. And just like to let you know, I got mining rights for the whole town. Uh-oh. Got to break this up now, boys. Here come my partners. Come on, let's move along now. We can
General
talk
Wallace, I'm from the Santa Fe Journal. I'd like to talk to you.
As he says, a little later, please.
Move along, boys. We'll see you later. How do you do, General? It's good to see you here. Welcome to our gold mine.
I'm mighty happy to be here, Jesse.
Here, sit down, General.
Thank you. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Henry tells me you're already producing good ore.
Sure am. Got your share right here.
Thank you. When you first asked me for that grub stake, I had a hunch you were going to be lucky.
It's not luck, General. It's science. Let me tell you something. This is just the beginning.
General Wallace, I'm E.J. Bainbridge. This is my partner, Ben Rydell.
How do you do?
How do you do?
We've been waiting for you to arrive, General. Yesterday, we made an offer for this mine to Mr. Martin and Dr. Hoyt.
And I told you it's not for sale. Now you're interrupting a business meeting.
Now, wait a minute, Jesse. I think the General ought to hear this. These gentlemen offered $100,000, General Wallace.
The mine is not for sale. Anyway, that's chicken feed.
Chicken feed? What kind of chickens are you feeding now, Jesse?
But we're making plenty of money, General. Why should we sell?
You tell him why, Ben.
Because that was yesterday's offer. My partner and I have talked it over, and today we're offering $200,000.
And I say no. Capital N-O.
Now, Jesse.
That's quite a bit of money, Jesse. I think we should at least talk it over.
Look, you two gentlemen own 2/3 of this mine. You don't even have to listen to Mr. Martin.
General, you wouldn't do anything like that, would you?
No, Jesse, we wouldn't.
Thank you.
Mr. Bainbridge, while we are indeed partners, Dr. Hoyt and I feel that the mine rightfully belongs to Jesse. So we wouldn't make any deal without his full approval.
See? I don't approve. Not for 200,000, not for 300,000.
300,000?
That's right.
What have you got against selling, Jesse? We're in this for the money, and it's going to take quite an investment to bring in machinery to run this mine properly.
Then we'll buy what we need. Look, will you look at these? Look at these assay reports. Look at them, General.
All
You
right,
see 'em?
Jesse, don't get excited. We'll do whatever you want. Gentlemen, let us talk it over, and we'll get back to you. Meantime, it occurs to me that if I were going to invest the kind of money that you're offering, I would, not that there's any question of honesty, of course, but if I were you, I'd run an assay report of my own. You don't mind, Jesse?
No, why should I?
Yes, that's a good idea. I could take some samples into Santa Fe and be back by tomorrow.
That way you can tell what you want to offer, whether or not you want to go 300,000.
300,000? Well, we never made that offer.
Well, I didn't say I'd accept it. The fact is, I won't accept anything tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm getting married.
So, Mr. Rydell, you take some samples and run your own assay. All right, Jesse?
I don't care what he does.
Good. In the meantime, there'll be no more talk of selling until after the wedding.
All right.
Hold it! Hold it! The mine's a fake. There's no trace of gold at all. That ore is nothing but plain rock. What? There's not a trace of gold in any of that rock.
300,000.
I had a feeling there was something wrong. Jesse, I think we all deserve an explanation, don't you?
Going on my honeymoon. I got no time to talk.
This won't take long, Jesse. Just tell us, what is the truth?
You with me, Danita?
I'll always be with you, Jesse.
All right, General, let's have that talk. So, well, what more is there to say? Rydell picked the wrong samples, and that's all.
I'm afraid we can't accept that, Jesse.
Why not? You got paid, didn't you? Why? Everybody who works here at the mine got paid. Manuelo, you've been getting paid ever since you started work, right?
That's right. We got paid.
But how, Jesse?
From the gold! How else? By golly, I'm running a gold mine and I'm paying off. You got paid, everybody who works here got paid. You want to argue about it? You saw those assay reports. I couldn't fake those. Why would I? You know what's in this box? A bar of pure gold. I ain't even cashed yet.
Let's see it, Jesse.
All right, I'll show it to you. No. Why should I? I don't have to prove any more to you. I paid you. Now, you don't have to trust me. That's up to you.
But there is gold in that box.
I'm telling you, there's a bar of pure gold in that box, and I'm asking you to believe me.
We're trying, Jesse. Believe me, we're trying.
All right. I'll tell you what I'll do. Since you're not satisfied with the partnership, I'll buy you both out. I'll give you $100 each for your shares.
$100?
That's right.
Yesterday we turned down $200,000, and today you're offering us $100 apiece.
That's my offer. Take it or leave it. I'll tell you what else I'll do. You don't want to sell to me? I'll sell to you. $100. For $50 apiece, you can have the whole mine.
Does that include the bar of pure gold in that box?
That includes everything. The ore, the mine, and all the gold in that box.
$50 apiece.
That's right.
I don't know about you, Henry, but I think I've had enough of the mining business for a while. Besides, I have a territory to run. Jesse, I'll accept your offer for my share of the mine.
And I have a medical practice to take care of. I accept your offer too, Jesse.
All right. You're selling a valuable mine. $60, $70, $80, $90, $100 for you. $60, $70, $80, $90, $100. $100 for you.
That won't make you short on your honeymoon.
I don't need money on my honeymoon. Well, I guess we don't have to sign papers. Just a gentleman's agreement.
That should do it.
Of course.
Maybe we should shake on it. That is, if you want to shake with me.
I insist on it. Sure. It's been a memorable experience, Jesse.
Doctor?
A once-in-a-lifetime experience, I might say.
Oh, if you'll excuse me.
Just one thing, Jesse. Because I'm a very curious man, would you do me just one favor?
Anything.
Show me the bar of pure gold in that box.
Well, now that our business is finished, I don't see why not.
What do you know about that?
I'll be.
See? There is gold here, just like I said all along. And you still have your jobs, and you'll all get paid. And what's more, from now on, this mine belongs to me and the town, and nobody on the outside has any part of it. Manuelo, I'll be away for a few days, but I'll be back on Monday, so you have a load of ore ready to go.
Yes, sir, Mr. Martin.
Gentlemen, maybe I didn't pay you quite enough for your shares because I was a little mad at you. Well, I'm not mad at anyone now, so here. You and Dr. Hoyt divide that between you. There's a lot more where that came from. Now to something important. Gentlemen.
Henry, don't wait for me to talk. I got nothing to say.
All I know, General, is I've got to find out what's going on. When that honeymoon is over Monday, I'm going to be back here, too.
What's the matter, Manuelo? You didn't think I'd be back today?
I'm thinking what can happen on the road. Better take me along with you.
Nah, you couldn't stand the music. I'll be back in a couple of days.
Ha!
Hi, Doc. Glad you happened to stop by.
Oh, I didn't just happen to stop by, Jesse. I've been following you.
Looks like everybody was. I was leading a parade.
Oh, I don't figure them to come back. But I'd like to point out that I maybe saved your life, Jesse. Don't you think we ought to have a little talk?
About what?
About what's really going on. I think you're about ready to tell me now, aren't you?
Well, I reckon so, Doc. Get in the wagon. So after the sheriff and his men finish mining the ore in town, I bring it out here and dump it.
Seems like an awful lot of waste, Jesse.
Well, I suppose it is, but it's worth it. You see, some fellas may take a few shots at me, but nobody's going to try to steal my mine when they think it's right in the center of Main Street.
Where is the real mine, Jesse?
Not here. This is just a transfer point. Doc, I go into a lot of trouble to keep it a secret. I don't want nothing changed.
Kind of like that mine in town, huh?
I do now. You know, Doc, a man gets tired of being lonely, being nothing. In that town now, I'm a bigger man than you and the general and all them Eastern millionaires put together. I'm the biggest man in town. I got the prettiest girl for my bride, and I'm going to keep on running that mine no matter what it costs.
Don't know that I blame you, Jesse.
I will admit that maybe you and the general rate some more of that gold.
Oh, no. We've had enough. Any more easy money, and we're liable to forget what our real work is.
What?
So I guess your town and your secret are safe with us.
Thanks, Doc.
Adios, Jesse.
Adios, Doc.
Henry Hoyt went on to become chief surgeon in the armies of Generals U.S. Grant and Arthur MacArthur. Lew Wallace became U.S. ambassador to Turkey and wrote one of the great novels of the time, Ben-Hur. As for Jesse Martin, he operated the gold mine on Main Street for many years and prospered. Where was his real mine? No one ever knew.